And welcome everybody to the Daily Space Weather. There's a storm coming, a significant geomagnetic storm. NOAA has moved the forecast a little bit, and we agree with this. Let's get to it, and we'll look at some solar imagery from the SDO. Gotta love it. It's 304 angstroms. The sun producing a little more helium now that we're seeing these extremely high activity conditions. 2 coronal mass ejections expected to strike Earth in less than 24 hours. Later today, March 30th, expecting to see geomagnetic storm conditions suddenly kick up. And let's look at some more data here from the SDO, the colorized magnetogram, and a different wavelength added to it, 171 angstroms. There you go. That is yesterday and today to date. Today so far, as well as yesterday's imagery. So March 29th and March 30th so far. Many sunspots. Solar activity has dropped a little bit. It's still extremely high. We're just coming off the highest activity we've seen during solar cycle 25. The radial flux has now come down to 149. So here is the radial flux. You can see it's dropped back down to below 150 now and made it up to 156, the highest point that we've seen in the 10.7. The F107, as it's known by some folks. The sun puts out radio frequency. That radio frequency emits from the upper chromosphere and lower corona. And you can see how proportional it is to sunspot number. Sunspot number made it all the way up to over 120 there. And I think that has leveled off also. So we've lost a few sunspots here. Solar activity still quite high indeed. So NOAA's forecast for the geomagnetic storm begins late tonight on March 30th at 2100 Universal Time. Goes all the way up to a KP7. Starting things out tomorrow, and then geomagnetic storm and unrest conditions all day throughout tomorrow, not ending until past midday on April 1st. So if you've got clear skies and a low light pollution zone, and you're at a high enough latitude, well, perhaps you'll see aurorae. We've got our fingers crossed to see some in Pennsylvania, although we doubt it. It is entirely possible. So it all depends on things like magnetic field structure. We'll get into more of that in our next video, where we'll cover all of the in-depth stuff about the sun. Make sure you watch us on YouTube if you haven't. This video was originally streamed live to Twitch, and these are the 2 coronal mass ejections that are about to cause some geomagnetic storm conditions. So pretty excited about it. And it's an exciting few days, actually a week or so. An exciting week or so for space weather. Those coronal mass ejections happened around midday on the 28th and late in the day on the 28th. About 10 hours apart, if memory serves. And let's take a look at global seismicity here. Here's a 90-day bar graph to give you a convenient display of the seismicity of planet Earth, showing major quakes there. Largest quake of the past 24 was off of the coast of Michoacan, Michoacan. Not tied to a stick, off the coast of Michoacan. It was a 5.5. It occurred at 1713 Universal Time yesterday on March 29th. So let's just scroll up the list here. No quakes over a 6 magnitude range. A number of quakes in the 5 magnitude range. A quake in Texas there. Leave us a comment if you felt that. Interestingly enough, there was a 5.4 following that 5.5 off the coast of Mexico. Only about 20 minutes later. About 17 minutes later there, a quake of 5.5 off the coast of Mexico, and then another quake at a 5.4 at Japan. And then about 25 minutes later, another 5.0 at Japan. Deep quake at Fiji, that was over 600 kilometers estimated depth there. 605 kilometers estimated depth was the depth of that Fijian quake. And we just show this information daily based on viewer requests. South Sandwich Island saw a 5.1 and Indonesia saw a 5.0. So no major quakes here over the past 24, just the ones that we covered. Looking at volcanoes next real quick. Suminosejima erupting still here. It's producing a flight level 060, a 6,000-foot ash plume. Mount Ibu. Activity has remained unchanged. It's producing about an 8,000-foot plume of volcanic ash there over Indonesia. Krakatau continues to erupt, flight level 030. It's a 3,000-foot ash plume over the Sunda Strait, Indonesia. Semeru, also located in Indonesia on the Isle of East Java, flight level 140 from Semeru. It's a 14,000-foot ash plume. Popocatépetl now erupting again, back on the list as it explodes. Flight level 240. It's a 24,000-foot ash plume. Fuego exploding. Flight level 150. It's a 15,000-foot ash plume over Guatemala. Telica now appears back on the list again. The Nicaraguan volcano exploding. 5,000-foot ash plume from Telica. Nevado del Ruiz exploding, flight level 200, 20,000-foot ash plume. Sangay exploding, flight level 200, 20-foot ash plume from Sangay. And Sabancaya continuous emissions. Please don't pole vault the caldera. That could make America suck again, because we need viewers like you to watch the content. Press share, press like, subscribe, visit our links, perhaps pick up some merch, and help us to Mansa, make America not suck again. Since America leads the way in so many things, we prefer to put out the public service message, make America not suck again. Since it's up to you, largely, not bureaucrats who can barely do their own jobs, or corporations, or other folks that come up with crazy mandates to do very ineffective things, attempt to do things that are effective and fail. So anyway, Mansa, make America not suck again. Don't forget to use the promo code AH. That's an A with 5 H's after it. Promo code AH will save you 20% through tomorrow, March 31st. So thanks everybody for tuning in on YouTube. If you viewed the videos on YouTube, thanks very much. Again, this video was originally streamed live to Twitch. Make sure you watch our second video. We'll be covering more in-depth stuff about solar activity, fields and features, and so on. Thanks for tuning into the Smash News Network. If you get auroral photography, let us know. We will possibly feature it on the channel. In the meantime, may that solar wind be at your back. I'm signing off from the Smash News Network. Least busted name in news.